What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Captain America, Agents of Hydra, the Red Skull. Now, it doesn't say this is Red Skull, but it obviously is the Red Skull. He does come with two pistols, the Tesseract, and as well as the left arm, of the Mandroid. Turning him off to the back, we see the Red Skull along with an Agent of Hydra. Cut off, and it says right at the top, cut off one head, two more shall take its place. Hydra may be defeated, but it can never be destroyed. We have a nice picture of the Agent of Hydra as well as the Red Skull here. Other figures in this line include the Marvel Now Captain America, Agents of Hydra, Soldiers of AIM, which is Baron Zemo, and the Soldier of AIM, as well as Black Widow, Captain America, and the Winter Soldier from the movie. Really excited I have this guy, so what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him opened up, and we'll go on to the rest of his review, so sit tight everyone. And so here we have Red Skull out of the packaging. Now before we get on to the figure himself, let's go over his Build-A-Figure piece. He did come with the right arm of the Mandroid. Really nice accessory. He has the arm with a giant bladed weapon. I'm not sure what the proper name for that is. Really excited to have the Mandroid, and as you can see, he's going to be a pretty big figure. Moving that off to the side, here we have Red Skull. He does come with a few accessories, minus the Build-A-Figure piece. Let's actually go on to the first one. Well, he does have the Tesseract, or the Cosmic Cube. It's a nice accessory, but at the same time, it's kind of boring. As you can see, it's just like this blue transparent plastic, and while I'm glad they threw it in there, I wish like there would have been a little more detail into it, some more care was taken into consideration, but for what it is, it's a nice accessory. I'm not going to knock it for being plain too much, but a little detail wouldn't have hurt. That's all I'm saying. He also does come with a pistol. Now, this pistol is the same pistol we've been seeing with figures like Deadpool and Punisher, except it is in this red shade. It has a black handle, as you can see, and it does have the Hydra logo painted on it, but it's really like a circle with 3 black dots on it. Good effort for trying though, but I know what they're going for. It's a circle with 3 dots, but I know there's supposed to be the Hydra logo, so kudos for attempting that. Moving this gun off, he also does come with this blaster. Came warped out of packaging, as you can see. Now, out of the 2 guns, he does hold this one better. And, of course, each gun can only go into his right hand. Let's actually slide this in. His finger can go into the pistol grip, as you can see, and it's securely in there. It's not going to go anywhere. As for the red gun, it just like slides onto his hand. He can't really put his hand in the pistol grip, so that's a little unfortunate, but moving those off to the side, let's get a good 360 of them. Now, I was really looking forward to this Red Skull figure. He's one of my favorite Captain America villains. But this figure is so underwhelming. I don't know where to start on this figure. I think I should go over some good points with this figure. I do like the paint applications. The paint apps are really phenomenal on him. You can see the silver on his buckles, even up here in his holster. He does have 2 extra pouches right there. This holster can also house his handgun, so if you don't want to have it in his chest, it can go right there. Like so, all his buckles are nicely painted. He has the Hydra logo on both his shoulders. I like the concept of this figure. The head sculpt, I love this head sculpt. It's menacing looking, but at the same time it's not too gruesome. It's not like Black Skullish. It's Red Skull. Or Black Mask, excuse me, not Black Skull. Now, here's where I have to knock the figure. It's using this god-awful trench coat mold. This Nick Fury body that I really, really do not like, and this body, I just don't like it. I like the effort that they were going for, but they could have at least made a new trench coat mold, because this is a really old mold, and some of the articulation does not work on it. For example, he does have a hinged neck, which that works phenomenally. His head is on a ball joint, so even without the hinge, it can look, he has a lot of movement. So the hinge just adds to it. Yes, sorry about that. Like I said, the hinge just adds to it. And then you get to these shoulders, and these shoulder joints are really, really awful. And on mine, it seems like they're on a ratchet joint. You can hear that audible click. And these shoulders just don't work too well. You can see they only go out about that far. And he spins at the bicep. He is double jointed in the elbow, but the articulation on this one is really hard to get the elbow to work with you, and it just looks silly when his arm is stretched out, and it's double jointed for both arms. He does spin and bend at the wrist, although the inward bend is a little, doesn't work as well as you'd like it to. Even on this hand, it works better on this hand, I don't know why. But he spins at the chest and has a joint right here. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It is a superior mold to the superior bend to the crunch, but this one is just strange to me. He has these really old Marvel Legends joints where his legs can go out, but then you'd have to spin his thigh to get it going out, so it moves at this weird angle. And something I don't like about this joint is if the thigh joint is too tight, that it spins the whole joint kind of like that. But he does have this ball hinge joint. Legs can go out, spin the ball joint, and his legs can go forward. So you gotta finagle with these joints a little bit to get it right. He is double jointed in the knee, as you can see, but it's hindered by his coat. See, just a lot of finagling, and gets a little messy with his articulation. And he has a hinge in his boot, but that really doesn't hinge all too well, and it spins. So yeah, I'm really disappointed in this figure, and I was really looking forward to him. So what I'm going to do now is get him posed and move on to my final thoughts, then we'll wrap up his review, so sit tight everyone. And here we have Red Skull posed for my final thoughts, and overall, I don't really like this figure. I mean, I'm a fan of Red Skull, but this figure is really underwhelming, and I was really looking forward to this Red Skull. Part of me wishes that they made a new sculpt for this, and part of me wishes that they just upscaled the Avengers Black Skull. I think that's what it's called. You know, the little 3 3/4 one, the really Nazi looking one. I'm thinking they should have just upscaled that, because this Red Skull he's a little underwhelming. He does come with a Tesseract, and something I forgot to point out is that he doesn't hold it all too well. You can like kind of sandwich it in between his coat and his hand, and it'll sit, as you can see, you just sandwich it like that. But yeah, like I said, he's just very underwhelming, and I was looking forward to him. If you want to complete the Mandroid and you don't want Red Skull, you might have to look for the Mandroid piece online. I don't blame you if you do that. There are better Red Skulls out there. The Face-Off Red Skull, for one thing. Or the Showdown Red Skull. If you can find this Red Skull, I'd say he's a pass unless you're a die-hard Red Skull fan, or you're looking to complete the Mandroid, but other than that, it might just be cheaper to buy the Mandroid piece than to buy this figure. With that being said, I'm King of Dragons 5000 saying I say skip Red Skull, and this is King, and I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.
speed. She's a rocket and he's ready to